Hello, 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 and here we go. Here we are. Welcome back. It's been a while. Uh, we had a little bit of a break last week. Sorry, we missed the stream last week. We couldn't stream last night because we were a bit busy with family stuff. Family stuff is obviously super important. You know what? I'm gonna turn that off. Let's do a quick restart. That didn't work at all. Let's do a quick restart and turn off that speed run thing. That's really, really irritating me. Do I still have both? I do. All right, let's turn that off in the settings. So we're gonna exit out. Just a quick second. We're gonna quit out of the game. No, we want to save. Though we didn't really do much. Right. And then this screen needs a group. Okay. Okay. All right, we're exiting out. We're still in Farms and Way. We're still in Farms. Let's exit out. I'm gonna open up Steam settings. Where's the Steam settings? Properties. Keep saying that I'm gonna do this and then not do it. General. We're gonna take out the dash cheats line from our launch video, and we'll use the other settings for doing it. So do that. Hope that saves right away. Play. Should have a background here. Actually, let's do minus that. Yes. And we want capture. Video capture device. Add existing. Sony. Okay. Whoa, that's big. I didn't do that. That was just crazy pants. That's good. Move this down here. Let's add in a image. And we're going to call this background. Hit OK. Browse. We're just setting up some little bit silly things, right? Here. Okay. Oh, we don't want that. We want the screenshot. Yes. Browse screenshots. Let's get one of the ones we're not using. Open. Okay. Background. There we go. All right, what are we doing? Career, this. And then we gotta turn off power tools because we don't need power tools anymore. Nice. Start. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are hanging out. Oh, look, the stream elements bot finally connected. Good job. Good job, bot. So what we got to do today, we're going to plant some fields. And we can sell some manure. We get move some slurry. Manure and slurry, that'd be good. 83,000. 38,000. Let's start off by paying off our loan. Did we do that yet? Oh, look, the loan is down to 0. We are doing fantastic. Loan is down to 0. Let's get a slurry tanker. Should we buy one? We have plenty of digestate to use, or should we just stick with the fertilizer? You know what? Let's switch over to slurry when we slurry for fertilizing when we go to our next map, which is gonna be soon. For now, all we need is a transporter. So 21, 20, 30. Can we get this in poop brown? Poop brown. All right, let's lease this thing. Yes. Okay. We're gonna get our Unimog, which has a trailer on it, I think. The trailer is really dirty. Surprisingly so. I love the fact that this is like a farm trailer, a farm truck. Oh, let's go to Maine. I love the fact that this is a farm truck and a do everything truck. It just does all the things. And not only that, it's nice and compact. So when I'm doing like stuff like this with these weird turns, it doesn't get in its own way. I like that. Let's fill it up with slurry and take it to the BGA. Let's check the food, the animals while we're here. Who needs food? Okay, sheep, good. Sheep barn, I believe there's one here. They could use some hay or grass. Chickens are good. Cows could use a little bit of TMR. Pigsties are good. Those cows are good. And we have to ride our horse today. Let's see if this little Unimog can pull this huge trailer full of poop. Not really. It does not like this load. Look at that. It's dragging. So as you can see, all of these fields are ready to go, but for some reason I missed this field right here. I don't know what I was thinking when I didn't. I think I fertilized that field, but I didn't plow it. And is that because I'm just going to direct seed it? I think it is. Let's check. So 9. It's been mulched. Doesn't need lime. Do this one. It's 1 coat of fertilizer. So yeah, see, that field is pretty much ready to go. It's already been mulched, so all we got to do now is plant it. I should really just cut a hole in this fence, but we're not going to be on this map for very much longer. Wait, I don't need to turn. I can just go. So while we're doing this, why don't we get some... Not this one. Why don't we get a worker start seeding those fields? So we got a lot of seeding to do. Let's go over here to the 7. And we're just gonna go do. We have barley and canola to seed today. We're gonna be planting barley, canola, sugar beets, whoops, and corn. Basically all the pig food subsidies. We're gonna make as much pig food as we can before we have to leave this map. And let's start on that field that just doesn't look like it's ready. Why that feels like this and it's not like these fields, I don't know. But what field is this? We are on field 9. No, I don't have any courses for field 9. That's fine. Here we go. Create job. Course play. Field position 9. Open. 2 headlands. That's good. Actually, 3 headlands. Generate. Back. Target position is clockwise this way. Start job. Oh wait, which one's barley? Is that barley? Yeah. And go. Have fun. We got a whole bunch more slurry to offload while we're letting that worker plow or plant that field. So we're going to plant barley and canola today, and corn tomorrow. And when does sugar beets get planted? You know what? I don't even know. Sugar beets. Sugar beets can get planted today too. Nice. Oh, he's already blocked. Okay. Let me take care of this for you, since you have no idea how. It was a valiant effort, sir, but you just don't have any skills. And courseplay doesn't seem to want to stay inside the course. I hate when that happens. When you mistakenly leave it on first waypoint and then you try to reactivate the worker and it tries to go back to the first waypoint. I do that all the time. All right. Back with our poop wagon. Look at this thing. I had a friend do this on his multiplayer the other day, and he was having fun. Wow, I think it turned around really quickly. Oh, you know what? The back axle is turning for me. So how is everyone doing? I want to say thank you if you're here watching the stream after the stream was on. Greatly appreciated. I think we're coming to the end on this map. This map's is done its course. I've played the hell out of this map for 20 episodes. We'll probably get to about 21, maybe 22. And then we're going to be heading to Calmsden. And as we've discussed, before, Calmsden is going to be... We're going to do a little bit of work before we go to Calmsden on the Calmsden map to get it ready for us. My goal for going to Calmsden is actually to... I want to be able to do more production than Calmsden normally allows. That's my goal. So we're going to add in some custom oil productions. We're going to add both soybean oil and linseed oil when we play Calmsden, because Calmsden has linseed as a crop. And so I figured we'll get an oil plant going, custom oil plant going, with some custom oil output. And then we're going to take all of our animals with us. We're going to take all of our vehicles with us. We're going to take all of the stuff we've already purchased with us. Except for one or two small items. We're going to sell the harvester, upgrade the harvester, and we're probably going to set... Oh, I like the sight glass. Look at that. Tells you how full it is. That's pretty sweet. We're going to sell the harvester, and we're going to sell the 1050 and switch to the LSW 1050, because why not, right? The LSW 1050 is pretty awesome, pretty epic. Let's make sure that's on here at the BGA. Why can't I see it? Oh, here. Turn that one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. How did I press that button? Turn that one on. Sorry. We've also been spending a bunch of time the past couple weeks. Hey, you're not late, dude. Don't worry about it. Hey, Fanatic Farmer, how are you? You're not late. You are right on time. We've only been going for about 10-15 minutes. We started a few minutes late ourselves just because we decided to turn cheats off since now we have easy dev tools and we don't have to have cheats on. Does it really? Well, I mean, we'll try it out. I do like not necessarily the LSW 1050 specifically. The LSWs are fun, but they're not really practical. Depending on the farm. But I also really enjoy the model that they use. They added a bunch more options that weren't on the base game 1050. And I really like those options. So we're going to be... My only problem with custom modding's 1050 is that they kind of did it wrong. I know I'm probably crazy for saying that, but they did actually... They made the rims, which, you know, because you see my style here, I'm going with the Fent red rims. They made the rims on the 1050 not Fent red, but like fire engine red. Like, Who does that? Oh, the tractor itself has a bad turning radius? Well, I'm already going to be going into the the XML for that tractor to fix it when I fix the colors. So I'll fix the turning radius while I'm there. That's actually just one line of code. It's really easy to change. And since I'm already going to be changing it for my own usage, I might as well fix that small thing while I'm there. But it's a good call out. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't actually played with it. I've seen it. I've downloaded it. I do have it installed here as a mod, but I haven't played with it yet. So that is to happen soon enough. Oh, no worries. I'm here. We're just moving some poop. While I have a worker starting my planting season. How is... Oh, look, we're getting like halfway through half storage on this thing. It's pretty full. Looks like it only takes about 150. We've actually learned a lot this week in regards to this game and mods and how this game uses mods and how this game refers to mods and all that kind of stuff. We've been doing some very serious modding. We did add some very cool things, not to this map, but to some other maps that we're going to be playing soon. I actually figured out how to add almost completely as a mod custom grass textures. And it's baffling to me that it actually works. But yeah, we've added in some custom grass textures and they're paintable on the map. It's insane. Actually, this is empty already. We're doing another map. The other map that I was working on is or playing around with is Middleburg. So Middleburg is based off of an area in New York, upstate New York, which is generally in the area where I'm from. And I really like the map. Right? But one of the things the map had that... This is not... Hold on. Live chat. Pop out chat. Ooh, that's pretty cool. One of the things that that map has that I really like is they have a lot of the deco grass kind of around the map in between the fields. They have this like very like a long tall grass look, and it turns out that that was their custom grass texture that they created when they painted the map. Now it's not actual crop grass, and it's not meadow grass, it's just something that's in the map. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to have that grass as a paintable texture, right? So I can customize my farm with it. And then I got to thinking, okay, well, if I can have it as a paintable texture, which I figured out, what about having it as a paintable texture that has, let's return this. Return. We're going to definitely get that one if we're carding at all in the next playthrough, but I don't think we're going to be carding in the next playthrough. We're going to be using a different mod. We'll talk about that in a second. So I thought if we're going to have like a longer grass texture as a paintable texture, why not have that grass texture something that can be what's the word? Why not have it be a grass texture that you can mow? And not only that, if it's a much longer than normal grass texture, wouldn't it be great if you could have it when you mow it, that it actually gave you more grass than normal, right? It's longer. Why wouldn't it give you more grass? And then that put me down like a whole nother thought process, and you can kind of see where this is going, but then I was like, well, if it's going to be longer, shouldn't it also... And the way it looks is it looks kind of like hay. And if it looks like hay, why doesn't it mow into hay? Right? So I updated it so that it would mow directly into hay. Let me add a image here. Okay, browse. Okay. And so, Fanatic Farmer, let me know when you get back. This is a really fun thing. I'm actually really proud of this. So if it's so the way I thought about it is it's paintable texture, why wouldn't you want to mow it and get hay out of it directly? It turns out you can. And it's not very hard to do. The one thing that's complicated about it is turning it into a mod. And I was really hoping that that would work. And I seriously got it working about 90%. But there's something in the game that doesn't allow paintable textures to be added through a mod. It just doesn't allow it. And I can't seem to figure out the whole. I might reach out to some other people who may know better than me, but it's not something I can really overcome with my knowledge base. Let's put it that way. Whoop. But we're very excited about that. That map is going to have some big grass fields, and I'm going to customize them before I start playing to be this new special meadow grass that I'm calling prairie grass. And it'll be a paintable texture if I want to add more. But just for something fun. Something different. We also released a, talking about modding, we also released 2 mods this week, locally on GitHub, which are forced specifically for Middleburg. Both of them are related to production chains that are on Middleburg. They have a cracked corn and cracked barley production chain, and there's a building that you can do cracked corn and cracked barley with, but to me that's something like sugar beet cut, where you just want to just do it and get it over with. You don't want to have to deal with any kind of weirdness, right? So I set it up so that you don't have to deal with any kind of weirdness. Let's get this flatbed out of here. It's kind of in the way. So I need the other local truck. Leave it right here. And we're going to grab the trailer extension that we've been using. Oh, you know what? It hides that window. There, that's all I need. This is still the broken version. That's okay. There's supposed to be an unreal capacity on this thing, but there isn't because it's broken. TMR. Oop. Let's make sure our cows are topped up. I think that worker ran off into the bushes. I think he has issues. So we're going to have to correct him. Yeah, he's stuck. Where's he trying to go? Oh, he was trying to make this turn. See, auto drive, you need to stop driving, or course play, you need to stop trying to drive off the field. Don't go outside the field borders. You're fine. I'll just finish it. We're gonna do this again as a double barley field. That worked good last time. We didn't merge the fields, we're just kind of leaving them as separated because I like using that road in the middle. Alright. Let's go check at this end, see how much they missed. I'm sure they missed a lot. Oh my gosh, you didn't miss anything. Look at that. Go course play. What were we doing? Were we doing something else where we needed to... Oh yeah, we were feeding the animals. Nope, wrong button. Clear, create job, field position X, open, close course. It's fine. Actually, whatever. We're gonna set this one at 0 and generate. Target position is here. And because courseplay keeps messing up when driving to the field, I actually had it crash in multiplayer a bunch of times on a much bigger, on a 4x map, and it was very, very annoying. We're gonna go in here. First waypoint, start. We're gonna leave the menu open for about 30 seconds. Then once it hits the first waypoint, switch it to nearest. So if I come back and I start something, it'll be fine. It's funny how these are two different textures. Alright. What were we doing? This. Feeding the animals. Keep hitting that corner. I should probably, like, count that. Ow. Oh my goodness. That was... I'm really sorry about that. That was a setting wrong. With... Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash, because you're actively being used for something. And then... Mixer... OBS browser page goes to aux1. There we go. How are we doing on food? Getting there. Hopefully. 94. Maybe one or two more loads. Hopefully if we do another sound effect, it won't kill my ears, because that killed my ears big time. Is this thing still making TMR? Let's look. It's making TMR, but it's out of... Ooh, it's out of mineral feed. Let's get some mineral feed. Mineral feed is going to cost us money, though. I think it only takes 10,000 liters of mineral feed to fill it up. So let's do that. So our good old standbys. The black one is mine. The white one is 82 Studios. This is the multi-fruit. Should buy mineral feed. And then R. Stop at 10,000. Mineral feed isn't that expensive. 6 grand for 10,000 liters. It's not bad. Not bad. Not cheap, but not bad. Let's overload it. Oh, it takes way more than 10,000 liters now. Huh. Let's see how long 10,000 liters lasts us. And can I do more food for the cows? Not really. Alright. This is done. We were planning on selling some eggs, I think. When do the eggs sell good for? What's a good sell price for eggs? I hope we didn't miss it. Eggs. Show. That seems low. 1,000. It's really low right now. So, no. Sell in November. If we make it to November. Let's jump to go say hi to the horse. Look at my colorful map. And horse is right there. Now that I own it, I can jump to it. Now let's do a 2x modifier on the run. Running multiplier. 4 is better. Now let's do 12. Let's just do 2. That's good. Hey, hey, horsey. Where do you want to go today? Let's go. Where are we going today? Let's go visit the other sheep, see how they're doing. How about that? I wish it showed the horse just got run over by a car. I wish it showed the horse percentage in the vehicle inspector. That would be useful. Because I don't like keeping my F1 menu open. Love this river. Stream. I'm sorry. Stream. You know, I never noticed the playground here. And then a shed. It's a playground and a shed. Do. So I was looking at, like, I've been talking to some mapping people. I've been looking at maps a lot lately. And I did find that the area where my parents live is actually... Hold on, stay right there. Is actually would be a really cool area for mapping. It's a bunch of grass fields, a bunch of horse farms, so like Amish kind of countryside. And I think it would be a super awesome place for a map. Now, I don't have any mapping skills. But I think that if I could have... I don't think I want to start, if I want to make a map, I'd love to make a map. I think that would be super fun. But if I start with a map, I want to start with I think I want to do a real area one first, like that is a real area, because I like the reality kind of maps, not the fictional maps. I do have an idea for a fictional map, but I would also have to do buildings for it because it doesn't really fit any of the building styles that are currently out publicly available, and I don't have time for that. So but I did download Blender the other day. I haven't installed it yet, but I did download Blender. So I'm already kind of going over to the dark side. But anyway, I would love to be able to do a map based on a real location. And so using some of the tools that are available, you can convert actual satellite data and DEM imagery into a map. So I think I might convert the area where my folks live into a map. Because it's got all the same stuff as here. It's got fields, it's got grass fields, it's got multiple crops that are grown, horse stables and horse farms. And I'll make my sister's farm. Right, when I do it, I'll make my sister's farm and I'll make that like the primary farm. Wouldn't that be super cool? The primary farm will be a horse farm, maybe some chickens. That's how I'll start the game. I think that'd be really cool. We could ode to my family. All right, How are we getting along with seeding? How are you doing? You doing okay? It looks like you're doing pretty good. All right, I'll leave you alone. We're gonna go get another seeder and seed the sugar beets. Sorry, we're gonna get the planter and plant the sugar beets. And before we do that, we need to fill up. So looking at that other map that I was talking about, Middleburg. One of the things with Middleburg is that... Come on. There we go. Ooh, it's empty. I need to refill this. How do I do that? Container full only, closed door, container type all. Oh my gosh. Is this thing getting in the way? I think it is. I R E Z E N. How do I fill it? There it is. R. It's funny that the refill silo is over there. 3,000 liters. Sure. Yes. Another 4 grand down. All right. Filled up the gas tank, heading across the yard. And the other fun thing about Comzen is we can start out with all the equipment we have, but we're definitely going to upgrade. One of the big upgrades we're going to be doing is going to a new forage harvesting system. Auto width on. Show lines on. Sugar beets. Planting sugar beets. Why am I not planting sugar beets? Oh. That would help if I actually had some seeds in the seeder. I can drive over this, right? Yep. I remember I had a hard time with this last time. So now the cover's open, but you can't see it. We need to close this door. How do I get the fertilizer in there? There it is. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Some proper seeding going on. We're just gonna do this ourselves. Maybe use some GPS. You can see that I have it active, but I don't think I need to do any horseplay or anything else on this field. It's so small. It's funny, the bottleneck I thought was going to be the sugar beets. When I first started this field, I thought the bottleneck was going to be the sugar beets, and it turns out the bottleneck is actually the canola. So as we go to Calmson and start doing newer stuff, we'll have to remember that we need to plant a whole bunch of canola to get the pig food, keep the pig food going. So Calmson has built into the map, which is nice, since we're moving there. It has built into the map, it has everything. It has horses, pigs, sheep, and cows. Now, on Calmson, most of those are outdoor, except for, they're mostly outdoor. There is a cow barn, but it doesn't have a feeding robot or anything, so we're still going to have to make the food, which is fine. But it also has a lot of the outdoor barns, like for the sheep and the pigs, you have to provide water. So we're going to have to do some water carting, which is also totally fine. Not a big deal at all. We have our little 8,000 liter tank on at the end of this, on our Unimog. But if we also got a I pressed the wrong button. If we also got a like a nurse tank or something like that, that's a little bit bigger, maybe 15,000 liters or something like that, the combination of those two, we should be able to fill up the sheep and the pigs in one go. And the biggest benefit is, depending on the crops we do, we're going to take all of our crop, we're going to take our TMR and pig food with us. So when we move, we're going to write down how much we had here, and we're going to make sure that we bring it with us to the new map. Excuse me one second. But then when we bring it to the new app, we'll already have a full set of equipment and we can just hit the ground running. We don't have to shop for stuff. We don't have to buy stuff. We don't have to move equipment. We'll just have all of our equipment there. And so we're going to hire movers to move all of our equipment. So we're going to call it hiring movers. But it'll all be set up for us when we get there. I very much, the other thing that's been forefront of the mind recently has been the modding videos. And unfortunately, they're going to have to wait a little bit until we get this over to Comston, because we still have to make some changes to Comston set up for us. But once we're there, we're going to take everything we've learned over the past 6 months from modding and share it with everyone. It's going to be fun. We found the right way to do things, the wrong way to do things. Or honestly, let's not be mean. We're going to call it the right way and the even more right way. That's what we're going to call what we've figured out, because it really is a question of opinion. And at this point, I don't even know if Giants agrees with me. Giants is actually I submitted a mod using this new method of creating a mod, and they're being very argumentative about it. Which was actually fun, because this is my first mod that I've created. My first mod that I'm going to be submitting to modhub. And it's funny because, of course, I'm not just, doing what everyone else does and, building yet another 3 meter cultivator. I'm trying to do something very complex. And oh, you're done. Cool. So let's clear the course. Oops. Oh, I still have the bugged version of course plan here. Start engine. Open it up. And let's fix the things that Courseplay missed. Which isn't much. I'm surprised it made it all the way there on this map without messing up. This field is a tough field to do. There you go. You're down. So basically, when you're making mods, just because I'm thinking about it, when you're making a mod, there's 2 ways to do it. The common way is you take an example and you write all the code in XML that makes the mod work. And then so the mod, that code has everything. It has all of the things the mod needs to run. And it looks like every other mod in the system. But there's actually a better way. Especially if you're working off of something else. So if you're working off of another mod, do I need to take... No, that's good. If you're working off of another mod, the best thing to do is to, what I like to call, extend the other mod. Right? What does that mean? So extending one mod with another is basically taking the code from one mod, using it as a template, and then changing what you need to do. So of course that's how everyone learns. Yeah, what are you talking about, Josh? Why are you not like making sense? How is that not any different than what I do every day? And so the answer is that if you copy and paste the mod, let's say I take this cedar. Since I like the cedar, I've obviously modded this cedar to work the way I want. The base game cedar is bright red and yellow. And I mean, look at this. My cedar looks awesome. Base game cedar is, well, I think it looks awesome. It's here, and it's bright yellow and red. Boo, right? No fun. And so, whoops. the way I made that mod is I copied it. I took the file from Giants. I took it out of the Giants data directory. I made my changes to it, and then I made my own mod that it's just for me. That is a mod that just, you know, has my own code. But what happens is that if Giants, say, because I'm using their mod, right? If Giants made a change to the original tool, I wouldn't get that change. So, and this is a great example. This cedar has changed since I made this mod. And this cedar would not work with precision farming because it doesn't have the automatic rate variable application stuff that comes with precision farming. So it won't work. And so for me to use this cedar on a precision farming map, which we're going to do in Compson, I would actually have to edit the cedar and make the same changes that Giants made. And that's a pain in the ass. And to keep everything up to date and on track, that's just a pain, right? But there's another way to do it. So the other way to do it is to extend Giants mods using the parent, something called the parent file directive. That's super technical terms for basically, it just allows you to say, hey, take this file, and then instead of copying and pasting it, it's saying reference this file as like a starting point, and then using the structure of the XML, change that XML to be slightly different. And so, because like this one, the only changes you really need to make are like, you know, use default colors equals true, right? Here, let's look at it because it's fun. So if we go here to Cedars, so here's the Rapid AS. There's no options over here. See that? But if we look at mine, this is mine from my pack. It has options. I can change the color. If I want one that's blue and let's say white, because I'm playing in a Ford, using old school Ford machinery, right? I could totally do that. Boom. Boom. No difference. Same. Everything else is the same. This just has color options. Right? That's what makes... But that's like 2 lines of code to change to do that. So when I first did it, I just made those 2 lines of code. Changed those 2 lines of code. No big deal. But now I don't have precision farming. So now I'd have to go through and copy the old file again and make all the changes all over again. And that takes time. That's annoying. And I could have done it in such a way that I don't ever have to do that again. And all I have to do is write the mod in a different way. And so I've been taking some time over the past couple weeks, now that I know this, rewriting a lot of my older mods, the ones that I use all the time, to use that technique. The other thing it allows you to do, which is equally fun, and this gets super technical, so if you don't like the technical stuff, I'm really sorry, but it's on my mind, and we're seeding a field, so what else is there to talk about? So I've been going back and editing a lot of my old mods. And it works, this same technique works for just about everything. For vehicles, for trailers, tractors, all kind of stuff. Everything in the game is classified as a vehicle. If it has wheels, it's classified as a vehicle. It works for placeables. It works for map files. It works for, like you could have code that basically creates a new map fruit type and embeds itself into the map without ever actually writing XML. You're writing, it's not really XML, it's more like code that generates XML. it's just such a cool idea. I know that's super beyond most people, but what it means is that I can, let's say that custom modding LSW, right? The custom modus LSW agco 1050, this mod right here. Let's say I didn't like it, or let's say that I found a way to make, I want to be able to release this same thing, but I want it to have slightly different, I want it to have different LSWs. Like these are like sort of LSWs, but they're not really. Like the actual LSW tires are much thinner, like lower profile. Or let's say I wanted to have a black roof instead of a white roof, or whatever. Like I wanted to add more options. Like this one right here, it only has a main color and a design color, right? So this lets you pick the roof color. That's it, the roof color, the design color, which is like the back end. And it only lets you pick these two colors. That's boring. I want more colors. I want to be able to make a pink one if I want, right? And so I could create a new mod that doesn't actually have, what did I do that for? I'm already at the other end of the field. I'm gonna turn on. I didn't put it down. That's stupid of me. So I could release a mod that extends their mod, references their mod. It makes you have to have their mod for mine to work. So they still get credit, but then I could add in the color options that I think it should have. And technically, I'm not releasing their work. I'm adding to it. And that's what's happening with Giants right now. I have a mod that's in Giants testing, and it extends another mod. But the community guidelines say that if you use dependencies, which is what I'm doing, it's totally fine, as long as your dependencies work. My dependencies work, obviously, or it wouldn't work at all. But they're not accepting it for some reason. I just don't get it. It's very, very strange. So we'll see what happens. But for my own usage, I went through and created a Black Edition pack. It's not on this map, so I can't show you. But like a bunch of crone machinery. Mowers, balers, forage harvesters, forage harvester headers, the whole 9 yards. Trailers, all the crone stuff. And I created Black Editions of all of it. And the whole thing with 4, maybe 5 vehicles, and 5 vehicles, 3 trailers, 10 headers, all of it. Not only did it only take me like 2 days, but it also is only like 1,000 lines of code for all of those vehicles. All of them. And they're all extensions. So the original mods or the original files are still retained. There's no difference. So if Giants or the original modders, for some of them are actually mods of mods, change their code, then my code automatically updates. Just like that. I mean, as long as I have the latest version of the mod installed, but like it just makes everything so much easier and so much cleaner. And I just I can't wait to do a video about it to share how to do it, because it's, in my mind, it's a little bit harder actually, but it's at the same time it's easier, and it also gives you scalability. It gives you repeatability. I can copy and paste stuff between 2 different mod files and, you know, do the work once. But the biggest thing is I'm not editing anyone else's mods. I'm not breaking copyright. I'm not just saying, oh, hey, I'm going to steal this and use it for my own uses and then call it my own. Yes, I'm using something that someone else's for my own usage. That's fine. But I'm not calling it my own. And that's the big, big difference. And the part that Giants doesn't get. Honestly, I thought they were to be the first ones to get it. I thought they're going to be like, I don't know, they're going to give me a medal or something. Oh, hey, you found this directive in our system that's in every one of our files, and you're the first person to use it. The funny thing is I found it because of something they did that interests me, and that's the reason I found it. I don't know if you remember. I remember it because of this map. Farmer Klein, when he was playing this map, is when the PL harvester came out. The ideal PL. This one? Nope. See how there's the... No, those are mine. See how there's the ideal. And then earlier in the list, there's the ideal paralevel, the PL version. In the code, I swear this is true. In the code, they are one and the same. They are not different machines. The only difference between them is that one of them has a flag turned on for paralevel, and the other one doesn't. That's literally the only difference. Well, and the fact that the paralevel one doesn't have a 10 version, and it also doesn't have a doesn't have tracks. But only because Giants decided it shouldn't have tracks. Like, there's no reason why it can't. Like, it's literally one line of code, and suddenly I have a mod that has tracks and paraleveling. And it works great. It looks awesome. Look at me, like, driving around this power line like a boss. And that's where I found it. That's where I found the extending code. I'd seen it before, but I didn't know what it did. And now that I understand it, it's like I can't unsee it. It changes so much. Because the biggest thing is it means you can make changes to other people's mods without changing other people's mods. You have a... What's a good example? Oh, here, what about the example of this one that I did this week, right? So there is on ModHub a very cool portable grinder thing, right? It does bale shredding, it does grinding, it does stones into lime, it does, what else does it do? Stones into lime, it does sugar beet and a sugar beet cut. Right? It's a portable grinder. And I'm on Middleburg, and I wanted a portable grinder that does corn into cracked corn. Or barley into rolled barley. Right? Super good idea, right? There's a factory that does it, but I don't want a factory to do it. I wanted something on my farm to do it. And so, with literally 20 minutes of work, I made my own version of the CR600, the Lizard CR600. You can just shorten on ModHub. That does exactly what I wanted to do, and I didn't change anything in the original mods code. I just have my own version, quote unquote, for Middleburg. It does what I want. I mean, that's how modding is done, right? You take what somebody else is doing and you think, oh, well, maybe I can use it in this way that that person didn't think about. But what I've discovered, and especially if I get Giants to accept the idea, which they haven't yet, that means that we can do this for lots of things. I could release that CR600 as a mod that is just basically, hey, this is the CR600, but this is the Middleburg one. Like, wouldn't that be super cool? And I'll be able to release this through ModHub, and that's the key. It also means you have lots less files. So if I create, let's say I create a silo. This happens all the time. Let's create a placeable silo, In that placeable silo, I want 3 different versions of it. I want one version that's 50,000 liters. I want one version that's 100,000 liters, and I want another version that's 250,000 liters, right? I don't know why you'd want a silo that's only 250,000 liters, but that's beyond me. Part of the discussion. Right now, to create that, you would create 3 identical files. You'd create the silo with one file, you get it working, and then you'd copy that file, change the name inside the silo file to point to a new name, from being the 20,000 liter silo or the medium silo to the large silo or whatever. And you change the output amount, which means that if later on, let's say after Giants goes through testing and they say, oh, well, your tip areas are wrong, so you need to fix your tip areas. But now you need to fix your tip areas in 3 places, one for each size of that silo you released. But if you code the way I'm suggesting, you don't need to do that. You only have one silo, only one bit of code. And then the other 2 are just extensions of that first one. So you never have extra copies. It's like such a cool idea. Yeah, hold on. Does this have manure? Look at this. It shows manure, but there's no manure. Maybe it's connecting to the other manure heap. That might be the case. I think that's all we needed to do for today. We're halfway through our stream. Ah, sweet. Let's see. Let's go back. This field is too bright. That field's all planted. This field's planted. These 2 are planted. Awesome. These 2 I'm going to be planting next, because that's going to be corn. We could spread lime on this field, because this field needs lime. Yeah, let's do that. And that's the last thing for today. Well, the last thing we're going to do today before we go to the next day. Because we're cruising. We want to get through to the next map. And we don't want to sit here on this map forever. Oops. How much milk do we have here? Milk. 2,700. Wait, is that full? Uh-oh. I think the milk's full. No, it's not. It's half full. We'll do the milk tomorrow. Just come over here. Back it in. Open it up. Fill it up. Close it. Before we go to our next map, we're going to have to update these for automatic application rate. To update everything for precision farming, because we are definitely doing precision farming on the next map. One of my favorite things about precision farming is the lime. Honestly, there's nothing else that's as awesome as the lime. The lime on precision farming is the best thing of all the things. It really is. Because on precision farming, it has an automatic application rate for lime, which means that as you're liming, it's determining the best application rate, and it uses a lot less lime. So I'd be able to lime every field that I own on this map all with one load of lime. Probably. If not, it would be very close. Because precision farming determines how much lime to use for your pH levels. Okay, did I get everything? Yep. Let's check the field. And, oh, there's a little strip here that I didn't get. Huh. Wonder why not? Why is this little strip being weird? I don't even know. Don't even know. Alright, let's drop this off. We're not even going to do any contracts. We're going to the next day. We're going to plant some corn. And then maybe if we still have time, we'll just... I don't know, we'll do some contracts tomorrow. I mean, all the money is going to our next farm, so... Let's get out the tanker. Get it ready for milk delivering. It's only 10:44 in the morning. I think I can I do this? I can. Maybe we move this sideways, it'll work. Oh no! It's super top heavy because of the eggs, so it's not moving very easily. Look at that. I can load it with a universal auto load without even needing the trailer there. Nice. That's super handy. All right, let's this is like a sleepy song, so let's go to sleep. Sleep. $1,000 a day this property is only costing me. It's not bad. More eggs to autoload. I think we're gonna be full after this. Yep, it's full. All right. What are we doing today? Well, it's April. Let's check the animals. We get to ride the horse today. We can probably leave the cows to go another day once we have extra time. This we do need to solve. This is grass. Do we have grass anywhere? Let's look. No grass there. TMR. No grass here. We have some hay here, but not very much. But I think we have enough hay to feed the... Let's go feed the sheep. Oh, wait. This looks ready. Yeah, this is totally ready. Ready to harvest. Yay. Alright, well, I guess we don't need to worry about the grass. We'll do that after planting. I was thinking we'd need to use this, but we don't. We do have to mow. Sugar beets are already starting to grow. Cool. Let's go deliver some milk. All right, let's go over here. And then we're going to unload. And then I'm going to step away for just a minute and I will be right back. Why can't I sell the milk? Is this thing full? The dairy's full. It took all the milk I gave it last time. Where else can I sell milk? Let's look. Milk. What month is it? It's May. No, April. Price is pretty low. Bakery, dairy. Bakery buys it. Where's the bakery? Bakery tag place. Bakery's in town. I'm trying to think of where that is, but I can't think off the top of my head. Is it by the dealership? Let's look. Oh yeah, it must be by the dealership. Alright, give me just 1 minute and I'll be right there. Driving. Got that canola. Looks nice. I've never actually been to the bakery here in this map. There we go. Well, what? Both the dairy. This is one of the problems I don't like with this game, is that the selling places can actually get full. That, to me, doesn't make sense. Can't sell any more milk. What am I gonna do? We will be right back. Hey, Schultz, I see you there in chat. What's going on? Aloha, aloha. We are just having some fun on Old Stream Farm. I'm not sure why I'm filling this up with milk because I can't sell it anywhere. That's okay. Next is corn. Control end. There it is. How are you doing today? Are you hanging in there? Start the engine. Nope. Corn. So we are over on Old Stream Farm. We are planting into springtime. We just went through planting everything we could plant in April, and now, I'm sorry, in March. Now we're in April. We're planting the corn and stuff like that. And then we're going to go and do other things. Who knows? Oh, you're fixing that frost issue? Oh, that's right. I saw the, Giants was asking about the, you were saying that Giants was asking for the frost mask to be fixed. Is that right? Or the snow mask or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's stuff I don't have any idea on. If it's outside of the XML, I got no idea. I mean, I can see it, but I have no idea how to edit it. Yeah, it's just something I haven't gotten into yet. One of the first things I spent a lot of time modding was a building with like a, I think you did one as well, like a sell all kind of building, right? Like just a place to sell everything. And I never released it, but I might do that eventually. But nonetheless, it was it had the same kind of thing. It had a frost mask. But the building I used was a base game building because I'm using the flea market as my flea market, the farmer's market. I called mine the flea market. And I was using the base game models, so I didn't have to worry about the snow masks or anything like that because it came with it. I have no idea how to edit them because I don't have Blender, but it made it a little bit easier. What? Wait, hold on. Those are separate things? That's news to me. Well, I think like when there isn't snow on the ground, there's... Oh, that frost. Okay. Yeah, again, no idea. I know like when it's cold and there's a frost layer on the ground, I've seen that in the game. But I didn't realize that that had effect on buildings. Right? Because you were having it as on a placeable, right? Oh, and that other thing that I was working on, the paintable grass texture. It was not as successful as I would have hoped. Let's put it that way. Basically, it's how do I say this? Basically, you can do it as a mod, and it gets all the way to the point of actually getting the texture in the map so that you can paint it. And you can select it from the menu, and you can click on it, and you get to a point where you're painting. But then the game, for whatever reason, I have no idea on it. The game gives an error that says, plant is not supported on this map. And the only way I figured out how to fix it was to edit the map files. So I was trying to do it obviously as like a mod so that you could do it on any map. But the only way I could get it to work without getting that error is to do it. Is there a tree here? Is to do it in the map file. So you have to like make two changes, like two places you have to change the ID3 file. i3D file, and one place you have to change the map.xml file. Very, very minimal changes. But still, I can't. I'm really frustrated because I had it so very close. Doing it as a mod that you could just add on to any map. That's what I wanted. But I couldn't get it. It's beyond me. Yeah, you need those, like, basically it needs, there's two things it needs. it needs a foliage layer or something like that. And so to get a new foliage type for painting, you need a new foliage layer. And that foliage layer has to be in the maps files. Yeah, if you can find it the solution. I mean, I had it all set up as working as a mod where it just pushes everything in there. And the last piece that I couldn't get, I found a way to. And the last part, there's the third piece. The third piece is in the map.xml. There's a paintable textures block. And even if you've made the changes to the i3D file, if you don't have in the maps XML that paintable textures block, you can't add it with a mod. Like, I think it has to be there when the map loads, because it loads the map before the mods. So it has to be there first. So doing it as an include file or an additional file or whatever in the mod wouldn't work, because I'm guessing because it's not there. It's like an order of operations thing. It's not there initially. And that's all I can think of. I mean, I'm super happy that I got it as far as I did, because, you know, it's a cool idea, but I would much rather be able to say, hey, this is a downloadable mod. Here, just download this and you can have 2 new paintable textures on any map, which I think would be super awesome. And then I spent a little bit of time today, I think, today, writing up instructions on how, for a map author, such as, you know, any of the map author friends that we have, how they could incorporate that same texture into their map. So how to install it into their map files, which for most map authors should be plainly obvious, but playing devil's advocate, why not just write it out so that it is blatantly obvious? So I did a little bit of readme work. But I think it would be it's the same. It's almost the same blocks of code for both ground paintable textures and ground paintable foliage. What I'm doing is foliage, not a ground texture. So it would have to be the foliage part for it to work, which is, it says paintable. I think it says paintable foliage is actually the block in the code. But if you know of someone who did it and got it to work, I'm all ears, because for me, this is one of those things that, like, I kind of latched on. I really like the idea of, and I don't see other people doing it. And so if I can not only introduce the idea, but also introduce how I did it, because I did it in a very interesting way. And I think that if I do it right, I can make it even cooler, just because of the way I'm writing the XML files. But first things first, get it working. Yeah, if you stumble on it, or if you hear of anything, let me know. It's, you know, as it is, it's just a pet project. It's just an idea that I'd like to see in its current state. It's not really something you can release on modhub, because it doesn't work, right? Like, I can't put a mod on modhub that is for mappers or for people who have, like, you can't knowingly tell people, hey, go edit your XML file, right, for something that's on modhub. If I release it somewhere else on GitHub or SimplySafe or something like that, then yeah, I can tell them to edit the XML file all day long. or the map XML file all day long. But on modhub, I can't really. That just doesn't seem kosher. Is not the right word, but it just doesn't seem something that would fly well. Prefab. So you mean have it set up as a prefab? Is the code different for a prefab? Like, I actually haven't looked at the code for prefabs. Like, I wonder what the requirements for the code would look like, because like this thing needs major changes to your map files, like major changes to your map XML files, major changes to the i3D file, like not major, minor, but in the grand scheme of things, it touches a lot of stuff. If I'm doing it as a mod, I can have the mod touch all that stuff for me. But if you're doing it yourself, it takes a little bit more labor to get it to work. Mainly because like you're editing a lot of files that some of those files as a map author, most people aren't even touching, like the growth chart. Like most people are just using a standard base game growth chart. But for this to work, it needs an entry in the growth.xml, which means you'd have to have a custom growth chart. And a lot of maps are still getting released to this day without custom growth charts. So I don't know. Might work. It's worth a try to release it as a prefab. Do I have to add that little prefab banner to the icon? I really don't know. Definitely worthwhile to look into it as a prefab, though. You know what I also did the other day? You'll find this funny. So the you know the icons, like the shop icons, the exclamation point icon, and like the dump icon, the fill icon, all that stuff, right? I want those as PNGs, right? Oh, they add the banner. Okay, I don't know. Perfect. But for the dump icons, I wanted the dump icon is as a PNG, right? Because I want to add it to my icon, the modhub icon, to designate a special type of mod that I want to release that you need to have the icon in the icon, or it doesn't make sense. So I went into the game and I stood really close. I set the time to midnight, and I stood really close to a bunch of icons, and I took screenshots. And then I went into essentially Photoshop, or I use Affinity, and I painstakingly drew out curves, like point by point curves, to replicate all of those icons, so that now I have them as something I can use in an image. It took forever. But now I can use them in an image, and it doesn't matter. Which was the goal. It's the lengths we go to make things perfect, right? I wonder if I want to be able to finish this field. I'm almost out of seed. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. 7%? You know, one more line left. Not even a full line, like a half. No, it's a full line. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. Either way, Schultz, thanks for coming in and hanging out. Thanks for being here. I'm pretty much done with this map. I've been playing this map for 20 episodes now, and I think I've done all that I really want to do with it. But next map is going to be Calmston, and that's going to be... For me, I haven't played it yet. I've been waiting to play it on stream, and of course I can't left well enough alone. I have to change things. But it'll be fun to play nonetheless. I'm going to try to leave Oxygen's map. Oxygen David. Oxy? Leave his map as close to original as possible. But I might add in an extra production building or something like that. In one of the free areas. Your top hour map is a whopping... like, your save game? Gosh. There's that little... Look at the little bit that we missed. Just that little bit. Psh. Oh my gosh. Put in 100 liters. I'm not driving back. Oh, Fanatic Farmer, don't you worry about it. Thanks for being here. Happy that you're back. I hope everything is okay. And I think that's our last field that we're done planting. Planted every field we own in, what's it been? 2 hours? Yeah, so these are not like, I can see everything perfectly fine. These are actually not shades. They look like they're shades, but they're actually prescription glasses. Fun story, but totally a true story. I have a weird problem with my eyes where I'm hypersensitive to light. And because of the hypersensitivity to light, if I'm working around bright lights at all, I end up getting migraines. So working on the computer normally, I usually have my dimness set to like I have all my monitors dimmed to 50% brightness, right? But right now to play the game, and because I have the camera, and because of the I have an overhead light that's pointed right at my face. Oops. I'm doing really bad with this backing up. But to get it to show up right, I have to have the lights on really bright. So that bright light will give me a headache after a whole 3-hour stream. So I wear these glasses, which filter out certain wavelengths of light so that I don't get headaches. See any light? Yeah. You can actually see it if you want. Let me see if the camera will focus. Ready? Here you go. You see that? See how it's not like shaded? It's the color's kind of weird, right? It's a special tint that knocks out certain wavelengths. That's all it is. Yeah, it's something. So the condition I have is called Erlen syndrome. And not only do I get migraines that are just debilitating, but I also get I also fall asleep. So if I'm around like in an office building with fluorescent lights, like I could literally be actively drinking coffee and fall asleep because my brain just shuts down. It really sucks. Let's go mow some grass because we have sheep to feed. And our grass is ready to mow. And I'm going to be extra special. And go counterclockwise. Wait, this is clockwise. Uh-oh. Alright. You take care, Steph. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you next time. Hopefully I don't have to call the cops. Or hopefully you don't have to call the cops. Whichever comes first. Can't see anything. Trees, you're in the way. Really? Why is the front mower not down? I think when I was trying to like get some perspective on this, I hit V instead of C. I was trying to hit the wrong keybind. Alright, well you have a good one. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. When you're in like a place like this, where it's like your farm and you're just mowing grass, do you bale it? Or do you windrow it? Or do you... how do you do it? On this map, because this map's so small, I like doing the... I like just doing the forage wagon. But if I'm on a bigger map with bigger fields, I think my new favorite thing is using the... is just because it takes so long or because you're getting so much, is using a forage harvester with like a with a dolly axled trailer, either a regular trailer or a like a big rig trailer and a dolly, and using the forage harvester with like the easy collector, whatever it's called, thing. I think it's my new favorite way of dealing with grass. Gets things done so fast. Bale, yeah. Do you like windrow and then bale, or do you use like one of like the rakes or like the Samaz twist or whatever? I used to bale, and because I used to bale, all of my modded buildings that take grass, they're all set up with bale triggers. So, which is good because bale triggers are a pain in the butt, but I don't lately I've just not dealing with the bales because it's just extra work. It's like an extra step. Like here I'll do it all in 2 steps. Mow and then rake and pick up at the same time. And then dump it straight into a fermenting silo. That's what I've been doing it lately. But I like doing it different ways. I was actually playing with on that Middleburg map that I've been playing with. I was playing with an old like one of those really, because the John Deere 2280 diesel It's this old school mower. I think there's also a New Holland one. But they're actually really fun to use. And the one that I was using actually windrows. Like they're really teeny tiny windrows, but it windrows nonetheless. G, X. X. Nope. Wrong button. See, I think these fields are separate. I don't think they're timed the same. Yeah. I made a mistake. I wasn't supposed to bale that field. I'm supposed to wait to get everything on the same time. Remind me next time not to mow that front field out of order. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do all the grass fields all in one day, and now I just messed up my process. Drop that off. We're going to grab our combo that we like to do for this map, at least. Hey, 5Gen, what's going on? How are you? We are hanging out on Old Stream Farm, just having a good time. And we're like... we got to bale some grass to feed the sheep, but other than that, we're just chilling. Or pick up some grass to feed the sheep. We won't bale it. That takes too much time. We're just going to use this funky contraption and make our lives easier. So back it up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, getting but nope. That's okay for not watching where I'm backing up. Nope. These trailers here with the turning axles, they never seem to turn when you want them to. They always turn the wrong way. I wish you could, like, there was a toggle option. Like, turn off automatic axle turning. That would be a feature I would pay for. That could be a mod. Right? Add a toggle button. What are you caught on? To add a toggle option to any trailer that has turnable axles. So that you can turn off the axle auto turning. I don't even know if that's possible. See, that's my problem. Right, Schultz? Is you spend so much time coming up with and then delivering on great ideas that you never get a chance to play the game. Like, this is my one chance to actually play the game. My wife would totally not agree. She would say that I've been playing the game non-stop every day for the past couple weeks. And she would be not totally right, and also not wrong. Yeah, that would be a Lewis script, right? You'd add a you'd create a specialization that's a Lewis script that would be able to add that option to the menu and then do something when that option is triggered. Right? See, I know stuff. All right. But I mean, you know, how does that idea prioritize in all of the other ideas that are currently in my head? Right? Pretty low. Pretty low. I think the other ideas are going to be much more fun. Hey Schultz, quick question. I'm sure I could look it up myself, but how many mods have you released? Like through modhub, gotten past Giant's approval? You've done what, 5 or 6 so far since the beginning of 22? Is it more than that? Five, yeah. And you have one more in testing right now, right? That's awesome. I'm finding that the part of the process that's the most annoying is the Giants part. But if I can get one out, it'll kind of get me over the mental hump, I guess. And I'll just go ahead and release everything else that I've done. Oh, 2 in testing, nice. Alright, well, hopefully that's enough grass to feed the sheeps. I don't know why I went through here. The grass are over here. I mean, the sheep are over here. Come on. Backup skills. I can do it. Oh, I can just overload from here? Nice. I don't have to get all the way inside. That's all they took? Silly sheeps. You know, I'm finding that, honestly. And I think if you saw the discussion that's in mod chat, you know, Klein was actually being super helpful. Because I'm running into some, obviously, things where I just have to tell them how it is. Or they're like, their responses are not consistent with the rules that they put in place themselves. Like little things like that. And I'm finding it super irritating to the back and forth. Just the back and forth takes time, and it's just, you know, it's not productive. And, you know, no one likes not being productive, and no one likes sitting around waiting, right? Waiting to see if, you know, their next response, they're gonna actually listen. Right? So, yeah, whatever. I imagine it's like that with any game and any modding system. You know, not only that, they've probably got hundreds of people to hundreds of thousands of people who are submitting stuff. You know what I haven't looked at yet? I don't even know what the... Remember how, like, when the game first came out, everyone was kind of keeping track about how many days it was taking for Giants to get through their testing? You know, they're 14 days or 10 days out or 5 days out or whatever. I don't even know what they are anymore. I stopped looking. Stopped tracking it. Why do I have 2 tethers? I should sell the other one. Why do I have 2 tethers? I don't know why. Oh, I have this little one. So, I don't need that. I have the big one. No, I disconnected already. 5 days. Oh, that's not bad. So that means in between submissions, you only have 5 days to wait for turnaround. Ugh, goodness. All right. Do we have anything else we can do here? Let's look at the fields. We could roll them. All of the fields need rolling. Let's do that. Get our little extra field bonus. I'm sure the 15 days was brutal. You know, I'm obviously new to this whole thing, so I wasn't around during that, but I can imagine 15 days is pretty crazy. Just a lot of waiting, right? That's the hard part, is the waiting. It's waiting for them to, you know, get off their butts. Or it's almost like you're waiting for failure because you know that they're going to complain about something, and so you end up just waiting around for the inevitable complaint. Right? It's not like you're waiting for positivity, you're waiting for negativity. It's like that just makes it tough. Oh wait, you know what? Wait, why does this field not have anything in it? Uh-oh. Field 7 is supposed to have something in it, but it doesn't. Uh-oh. And I can't roll the other fields because they're already grown one stage. So I can roll the cornfield, but that's it. Alright. Alright. I just realized we totally messed up. We didn't roll those other fields. We just slept. My bad. Here you go, courseplay worker. You roll these fields. Courseplay. Create job. field. Open, close. 12. 2. No, whatever. Generate. Escape. Target position. Here, here. Start job. You go do that. I have to go plant something. I can't believe I totally missed a field. That means I have to wait an extra month on one of the fields to harvest. That's annoying. Unless I plant a different crop. Nah. I don't need anything else. Wait. Not the crop I wanted. Or not the cedar I wanted, I should say. I want the cedar, not the planter. And we're going to plant more canola because why not? What's with that weird border there? But yeah, I see what you mean, like about like getting over the hump and getting through the process. That's why I wanted to do something really simple as the first one. Except my idea of simple apparently is not Giant's idea of simple. So it is what it is. But it'd be nice to, like, you know, I think you and I have the same ideas, right? We're trying to give the community, you know, different ways to play or different things to help their gameplay. And all of my stuff are essentially that. They're my way of playing, I guess. Hey, Raz. What is going on? How is Raz's world? What do you mean off to bed? Aren't you still on nights on the weekends? Surprised to hear that you're saying you're off to bed. But either way, thanks for stopping in to say hi. It means a lot. It's really great to see everybody. I am, by the way, Raz, I am loving the new Raz World stuff. It's lots of fun. Definitely a cool take on recorded videos. Definitely. Liking it a lot. Nice. Excited. I'll try to be there for the stream tomorrow night. It's weird ground textures. Looks like something got messed up. I mean, I got to keep coming because I haven't won a giveaway yet. Everyone else has won the giveaways. I haven't won anything yet. I'm determined. I think Schultz has won probably more than once. Ooh, I want to be there. I want to be there. I would love to do that. That sounds super fun. I would love to do that. I spend half my streams talking about modding. But I would love to do it in kind of a roundtable format. That would be a lot of fun. Count me in if you are looking for guests. Because I got all kinds of crazy ideas on better ways to do it. We were talking tonight, just a few minutes ago, me and Schultz have been talking about the woes of dealing with Giants submissions. Yeah, Schultz kidnapped me into his Discord the other day, and I've kind of taken things off the rails. Maybe it was Schultz, was it? I think I hit the ground running over there. Currently on time, 8:30. All right, we're almost done with this field, and then we can sleep. Go to the next day. Actually, we should probably roll these fields if we can. Damn it. See, I was too busy talking. I missed the notification. Oh, that sounds good. I like that. Let me get this guy going around these trees so he can finish off without crashing into more stuff. So I think Horseblade doesn't like these trees. There we go. Wednesday evening? Depends on what time you're talking Wednesday evening. That's my stream night. Maybe we do before or after my stream. That'd be cool. Or I can change the time for it. No big deal. Almost done. Then we actually do have all the fields done because I thought I had all the fields done, but I guess I didn't. That's what I get for zooming through the time. All right. Awesome. We'll talk to you soon, Raz. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dropping in at least. Oh, normal hours. I'm so sorry. That's probably the worst thing about working nights is you every once in a while you have to do normal hours stuff and it just throws your schedule off. Well, I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to sell some more milk, but I think there's nothing much else we can do except wait for the workers to finish rolling. I only have one roller. I don't have the mod that tells me whether or not the base game buildings are full. And last time I went over here to sell milk, they wouldn't take any more milk. I hope they take this milk because I got a bunch of milk left that I want to sell. Oh, it says start overloading. See how much they take. How much do I have? I have quite a bit, I think. Oh, they took it all. Oh, good. We'll go some more. Speed up the time. Get through the day a little faster. I think this truck is probably the mod that I've spent the most time on. And it's not even mine. Somebody else did it. But I've spent so much time like just tweaking this thing for my own purposes. It's probably I probably have 30 plus hours in this mod alone, just tweaking it. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Hold on one second. I'm back. I think I'm back. Let me make sure I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. But I actually have to run. Got a family emergency. Got to step out. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank you for being here. Schultz, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Raz and Fanatic Farmer and Schultz and who was the other one? There's one other person. 5th Gen. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. It's been super fun. It's always more fun when more people are joining and chatting and everything. So thank you very much for being here. And until next time, see you again soon. Next Wednesday. same time, same place, 6 to 9 Pacific time, and this is where I'll be. Hopefully we'll be finishing up this. We're gonna zoom through to harvest time and then harvest and then hopefully move on to the next map in the following week. Thanks for being here. We're gonna call it for now, and I want to say thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.